miking right. Oh, there we go. We're live. I think we're live. We are live right now. Welcome to the Facebook page of what's his name, Carl Gilliard. I've got 4 amazing people, including the director and producer of 10 Rings, the Sam Jackson documentary. You ain't gonna want to miss this. But before we start,
we want to call him Sam Jones though, because Sam Jackson already got.
Oh, did I say Sam Jackson?
Yeah, Sam Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's because I want his money. I'm thinking about the money he has, and people say that I look like him when I wear a Kango, and it got in my head. I mean, Sam Jones documentary, my people. Of course, that. Thank you for catching that.
I think we need a side-by-side photo of that, but please continue.
Here we go. Check it out.
Now, I come up not knowing anybody. Never been in an NBA arena. Never seen in person a professional basketball game. So I'm coming up as a rookie from a Division II school, and all of a sudden, I make this team. At the time I was drafted, there was a quota. At the quota, there were 2 black players on each team. A writer from the Boston Herald came over to me and he asked me, "Do you know why you made this team? You're not that good. You made the team because Bill Russell needed someone who looked like him, who spoke like him, who could have a roommate."
That clip was from our interview with Boston Celtics legend and Hall of Famer Sam Jones, one of the greatest champions in American sports history. Hi, my name is Michael Whaley, and I'm the director and producer of the documentary project, 10 Rings. Through interviews, archival footage, and photos, this documentary will chronicle the extraordinary, yet largely unknown life and career of one of the greatest players to ever wear a Boston Celtics uniform.
5 seconds to Sam, his 20-foot jumper, good!
Sam's story is an untold legacy that's a vital part of Black American history. With understated elegance, Sam was not only one of the greatest shooters of his time, but he also faced and overcame the intense struggles of racism and segregation growing up in the South and later during the Civil Rights era. With quiet leadership, he consistently demonstrated his deep commitment to those around him, not just as a professional athlete, but also as a devoted husband, caring father, loyal friend, and dedicated mentor. Something that many people don't know is that Sam won an astounding 10 NBA championships, the second most by a player in NBA history. His teammate and lifelong friend, Bill Russell, had 11. My connection with Sam began with my father, Ennis Whaley. Sam and my dad were teammates at North Carolina College, a historically Black college in Durham. In 2018, we flew Sam out here to Los Angeles, sat him in a chair, put a camera in front of him, and he talked for over 3 hours, sharing compelling stories about his life and career.
We did play an exhibition in Kentucky, and we stayed in a hotel that they refused to serve us at the dinner table. I had already told Satch Sanders that I'm not playing in this game, I'm going home.
It was considered one of the first boycotts in professional sports. To date, we have conducted over 30 interviews, including former teammates and Hall of Famers Bob Cousy and Satch Sanders. We've also conducted interviews with some of the most amazing people I've ever met, including the Big O himself, Oscar Robertson, Dave Bing, famed Boston sports journalist Bob Ryan,
biographer Mark Bodanza,
and the great Dave Cowens. We've also interviewed the families of Red Auerbach, Bill Russell, and Casey Jones. And of course, Sam's children, Aubrey, Michael, Terry, and Ashley. With the support and blessing of Sam's family and everyone we've interviewed and worked with, we are dedicated to bringing the compelling story of Celtics legend Sam Jones to life. But in order to finish 10 Rings, we still need to complete post-production, delivery, and prep for distribution. And in order to do this, we need your support. To achieve this, we are launching a fundraising campaign through our fiscal sponsor, From the Heart Productions, And pledges made to this campaign through From the Heart are tax deductible. Our vision is to create an exciting, historical, socially significant, and enlightening documentary that honors one of America's most understated champions. We're excited about the impact Sam's story will have. We hope you feel the same way. Will you partner with us? I hope so. Thank you for watching.
Look at all them damn rings. Oh my
Right?
goodness. Ha ha. All them damn rings. All them damn rings. Can I cuss on Facebook? So listen.
You can, but they're listening. You know they're listening.
That's a great trailer, man. Let me see if I can get us all in here so we can see us all. Where's Fully? It must be.
I'm here.
Because I can't see you. There you are.
Well,
There you
you
are.
know, I'm in Thailand, so sometimes the internet gets sketchy.
Oh my God. So listen, we just had we witnessed a great trailer, just so compelling and so just incredible. Some facts and information we didn't know about. So I just thought I'd ask Mr. Michael Whaley, the brainchild behind this wonderful piece, to just take us on the road of how he decided to do this piece and how he got all of y'all to be a part of it.
Well, who you want to start with?
Well, you, Mike,
Well,
as
It's
Mike.
gonna be Mike Whaley when he unmutes himself.
Well, okay. Well, Mike,
There
maybe
we
have
go.
no
How's
touch.
that? Does that
Much-
work for you? Much better.
Much
Mr.
more
Is that
better.
Full of love. All right.
The audio is working.
Thank you, sir. This project, I started thinking about doing this about 7 or 8 years ago, one of my cousins came to me and said, we should probably get Sam on video talking about his life and career. Sam and my dad were teammates in college at North Carolina College back in the 50s, 1950s. And my dad then moved to Boston, and then Sam was drafted by the Celtics, and they reconnected back in Boston. And eventually Sam became a lifelong friend of our family. Flew Sam out here to Los Angeles about 7 years ago, put a camera in front of him, and he talked for 3 or 4 hours talking about his life and career. Sat on the footage for a little bit. And then shortly after Sam passed away in 2021, that's when I decided that we should probably try to put this together. And the stories that Sam was sharing with us when we were shooting him were just amazing stories. And so we started putting this together, started reaching out to these beautiful people that are with us, and they all came on board. And we have had just one of the most amazing journeys together as a family, putting this project together. We've been, to different parts of the country shooting interviews. And we've got over 30 interviews of people that knew Sam, that played with him, family and friends, and just telling us amazing stories about him and his family and his career.
Excellent, Mike. So you got you got some of your team here in this live. Why don't you introduce who they is? I mean, I know who they are, but tell the world who they are and what they be doing with you on this this project.
So 3 of these folks right here are producers that are with us on our team. Mr. Full of Love has been basically overseeing our photography and production. And we've had some pretty amazing experiences together. Sometimes we've got 10 people working with us. Sometimes it's just me and him. So,
Yeah, man.
But we have had so much fun doing this together. Miss Alma Yvonne Dixon. It was funny with Alma. I ran into her a couple of years ago, and we were talking about stuff that we were doing, and I told her I was doing this project about Sam Jones, and then Alma grabbed my shoulders and she's like, Michael, I have to be a part of this project. And she said, you don't understand. I grew up going to Sam Jones basketball camps. And so I said, sure, yeah, come on. The more the merrier. And so she's been on board pretty much from the get-go. One day I was surfing the internet and looking for photos and stuff on Sam, doing some research, and came across this basketball camp that Sam had, and sitting in the front row was a young Alma Yvonne in the picture. And I sent it to Alma, and Alma, she lost it. So Alma's been just ride or die with this project. She's been great. And then, Mr. D Woods, he has been a part of this really from the get-go also, because when I decided I wanted to go ahead and do this, after trying to convince me, Mike, you got to do this, he has been just a constant source of inspiration and encouragement, and help and research, just fitting in wherever we need help, right? To get the project done. Nice. So right now we are in post-production. The editing has been going on now for about 3 or 4 weeks. We're starting to, get an idea of how it's looking. And then the other people that are involved with our project, as most of everybody here that's on the screen with us, they all know that I don't do anything without Mrs. Whaley. So Mrs. Whaley is one of the producers and executive producers for the project. She basically is the person that can tell me yes or no if I can do anything. We also and please, if you guys, if I leave anybody out, please let me know. We have Jordan Whaley, our son, who is handling our music, as well as our daughter Jade. We have SK Dane, who has been helping us with production. We have
ACD.
I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her last.
Okay, all right.
We have Judy Klein, who's been helping us with social media and public relations. We have Nicole Butler, who's basically who's been overseeing our website. We have Stacy D from Boston. Oh my God, that's an Oxy alum. Known her for over 40 years. She just opened up her heart and has been just an amazing support for us. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. Bryn Lucas, who is our supervising producer. Mario Lathan, who's our editor. So I have our team we have a full team behind this project.
So Mike, you were mentioning in the video, and you guys can all chime in if you have any Whaley stories or Sam Jones story, as opposed to Sam Jackson, not Sam Jackson, Sam Jones story. But anyway, you had mentioned about your fundraising efforts. Why don't you give us a little bit of information about that and how people can contribute if they want to be a part of it? I shouldn't say contribute, invest, be a part of history.
So actually today is our last day up until about 6 o'clock, 6:30. We have
Coast time?
We have what's that?
West Coast time?
Yes, West Coast time.
Okay.
Yes. We have successfully reached our minimum goal, which means we get the money. but we have been receiving additional donations, and so people can donate up until about 6 o'clock tonight. I can put the link into. Is that the? Do I hit the? I can put the link in the comments or the chat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can. You put it in the chat. But you should go to your Facebook and put it in there too. Just type it in.
Okay, I'll put it in the Facebook on your page, Carl.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so that people can they can go to the link if they want to go ahead and donate. But we've had a very, very successful crowdfunding campaign. A lot of support. It was very nerve-wracking, but we made it, and everyone on our team, we all came together to pull it off. So it's definitely unequivocally been a group effort.
Yeah, as I look around this interface here with the six of us, we've been around this thing for a very, very long time. On all levels, acting, producing, writing, how anybody can answer this, because all y'all are almost as old as me.
I don't know.
Well,
my grade school photos are not in sepia tone, sir.
I'm gonna use that word in a minute, man. You're gonna make me say that word in a minute.
All right.
So listen, no, seriously though, I mean the persistence that we have to stay in this thing and finding creative projects that just keeps us vibrant and motivated. I'll start with you, Mr. Sepia Tone. What exactly drew you to Mike Whaley to work with him on this project?
Well, we were working on, Mike was helping me get some, I guess, a foundation under a film that I wrote. And so we'd been talking and going back and forth about that. And one day we were talking, about nothing. And he mentions that he's got, 4 or 5 hours of, Sam Jones footage. And in the closet, and I'm sorry, what? And once he told me that, I was like, dude, why are we talking about this project? You're sitting on a project, and it's done. We just have to edit it. Now, obviously, there was more to it than that, but I was so hyped, and I was actually mad at Mike for about 3 days because I couldn't believe he was just sitting on this footage. But it's turning out to be so wonderful, Carl. Man, I'm telling you. And this crew of folks have really, taken everything up, beyond what I initially saw.
Nice, very nice. Yvonne, what about you?
The feedback.
Oh, your mic's off.
Something's too loud. Technician.
Hey, that's because of me, because we're both in the same room.
Oh,
bro, you were
y'all
not
playing
supposed
that
to
game.
let the secret out. I knew that.
So actually, I ran into Mike at when Carl was leaving LA party. Are you muted?
I did mute it. Here, let me just leave. I'll leave and I'll watch on yours.
Okay.
Or actually, just join her.
Just mute your mic.
There you go.
So, and when Mike told me about working with Sam Jones, I was bummed that I didn't know this when he first interviewed Sam way back when, because it would have been such a hoot to have. Because Sam, when I did his basketball camp for 2 years as a player, then 1 year as a counselor, he used to tease me so much because I was just a $145 back then, and I didn't sweat. So I had a T-shirt that actually said "No Sweat." So he used to call me "No Sweat." He used to teach me a lot. So just the joy of who this person was, it was like, no way I could not be a part of it. This is just like a genuine human being that took no glory for himself. And here he has more rings than only one person, and that's Bill Russell. And to know Sam, he just makes you smile because he's never had a frown on his face. Always, smile and just a good nature. It's like you want to be part of something like that. It's just he was just an amazing person. He really was, and everybody in the camp really, really loved Sam Jones.
Nice. It's full of love from Thailand there.
Sawadika.
First of all, let me say before I ask you this question, I really, really hate you. I hate you a lot. But I'm done with the hating you. I'm going to ask you a question. So, how did you come in contact with Michael Whaley, and how in the world are you now carrying a camera around again and shooting things? I thought you were an actor.
Well, let's be real honest, Mr. Gilliard. This is for the audience. You knew very well how I met Mr. Whaley. It happened to be on your project that we created during the pandemic. And when we finished, Michael would always whisper in my ear because I guess he kind of liked my work. And he said, man, I got this thing I want to do. Man, I got this thing I want to do. I'm going to be talking to you soon. Man, I got this thing I want to do. I'm like, okay, whatever. Forgot about it. Gets a call from Mike. Fully, we're getting ready to do this thing. Are you on board? He told me it was Sam Jones. So I'm thinking it's Sam Jones, the white dude that plays Flash Gordon. I had no idea who Sam Jones, the Celtic, was. So as we began to plan for this miraculous little journey, I did the research, and as we began to shoot, and then I listened to the stories of the different families, the different players, I got immersed in this story and thought to myself, well, why in the hell does nobody know about this guy? This is crazy. You know about Bill Russell, but geez, he was Bill Russell's right hand, and so yeah, that's how it all started. So it started through you, Carl. Michael and I built a relationship through you, and he brought me in on the project, probably because I had cameras.
That's what I heard.
And we've moved forward from there.
Well, it was a little bit of a selfish thing to bring up our project, but the fact of the matter is, and I think it's even more important, is that you, Mr. Full of Love, make yourself available in that way. There would have been no 2 Degrees, which is now Black Famous, shameless plug, but not so shameless. And this whole thing as well, Mike's project, 10 Rings, would not have happened without you. That's the whole point, man. You're just that guy.
Well, you know what? Putting on my humble hat, I'm just going to allow you to say that.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you helping me, get that out, and you allowing me to make that point. I think I got Stacy's class. I don't know what's going on here. Should I bring her up or not? But
Yeah, bring her in. Bring her in, please.
Okay. Here she goes. There she is. Stacy, are you there?
2, 3.
Oh, look at that!
Wow.
Oh, hey.
Wow.
Hi, everyone.
Hello there.
We're just saying good luck for my class. Aren't they beautiful?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. What class were you at?
They're getting ready to take an exam. So, this is really special that we took a pause.
Yay! Oh, my God.
We're in Torrance.
Oh, Torrance.
We're in Torrance.
Well, thanks for joining us, you guys.
Thank you, babe. Thank you very much.
And be sure to grab a fat burger afterwards for me, okay? I'm out here feeding them.
Burger.
And that's right. I'm sorry. Bring one home for Mike.
I just want everyone in there to ace the test. That's just it.
There you go. Yes. Good luck.
Want to ace the test? They got that. Thank you.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Thanks,
See
man.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye. That was nice.
Wow, she had a whole class say 10 rings. Boy, that's great.
I love it. I love
And
it. I
it's
love it. I
on
love it.
video.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so awesome. Wow.
So listen, I want to know from anybody but Mike, namely you, what if you were to have your perfect world scenario, your perfect end result for 10 rings, where would it be? Or do you want to say that? Do you want to say that? No?
See, I'm the only one that has the answer. Now I'm putting on my producer's hat.
Yes.
Okay.
So a couple things. One is that this project has multiple opportunities once it's finished. Once we have final cut, lock picture, and so our plans are to hopefully get some type of foreign interest as well as domestic, ideally on one of the major platforms, streaming platforms.
Right.
There are some sports networks that we think we would like to try to get this in front of. One of the things that is such a blessing for us right now is obviously the mini series documentary that's about the Celtics right now. That's on right now, and I've watched the first couple episodes, and just watching it, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh yeah, we got the same people that are in our documentary. You know what I mean? So it's very exciting for me to just sit back and say, we've done an amazing job at bringing Sam's story to life and eventually getting it out to the audience, because his life and story is very much, it's an untold situation. So that's what that would be ideal. And then, the ancillary markets that come after that, and try to create a situation where the actual film, the actual project, has a life of 5 to 10 years, and people learn more about Sam and his life, because at the end of the day, Sam's story is quote unquote Black American history. It is that's what it is, and his story needed to be told and needs to be told. I was looking at an article the other day, and this is so par for the course about Sam and how little people know about him. I was looking at an article the other day, and the article was players that have who have appeared in the most NBA Finals games, and right underneath it, in parentheses, it said, and you'll be shocked at who's number 2. And so I can ask everybody here, who's number 1?
Bill Russell.
I'm gonna say, what was it? I remember the answer to that, but
It's Bill Russell.
I'm 8,000 miles away.
It's Bill Russell, because he has 11 rings.
Absolutely, it was. I got confused if it was KC or Bill, but it was Bill.
Mm-hmm. And then, where they said you'll be shocked at number 2, we all know who's number 2.
10 rings.
10 rings, exactly. But the fact that, the comment is made that you'll be shocked at who's number 2, we have come across so many situations where people are shocked at Sam's accomplishments, what he's been able to do, what he stands for, his impact on the game, and so we're just dedicated to bringing that to light, and sharing about his life and his career. And we've had just an incredible amount of support from the people that we've interviewed. They have all come on board 100%, very gracious, providing us with stuff that we need, photos, images, clips, memorabilia, and the interviews that we still have to get. They're all very, very excited about coming on board. So it's just been an unbelievable experience.
Let me follow with that question. You got more interviews. Can you tell us who they are, or maybe give us a quick highlight list of who you've already talked to?
So the people that we've already talked to, we've interviewed Bob Cousy.
Wow.
Who's Mr. Boston Celtics himself. Satch Sanders, who was also a teammate of Sam's, from 1960 to 69. We've talked to Dave Bing, Mr. Detroit Pistons. We interviewed Adrian Dantley, Phil Chenier. We got an audio interview from Dave Cowens. We interviewed Oscar Robertson. We have interviewed Red Auerbach's family, Bill Russell's daughter, Karen, and we're hoping to get his son, Jacob. We've interviewed all of Casey Jones's family. We've interviewed some of Sam's former classmates from North Carolina College. So that just gives you an idea of some of the people that we've interviewed. But we've interviewed over 30 people, and we've got a couple of more family members of former teammates. We're hoping to get a couple of more NBA legends lined up, and people that are connected with North Carolina Central, where Sam went to school. So,
do you have the blessing of the NBA and the Celtics on this deal too?
Wait, say that again.
I'm sorry. Do you have the blessing of the NBA and the Boston Celtics?
So we have definitely been in communication with the Boston Celtics. The person that I'm in communication with has been, very supportive about what we're doing, and has provided, guidance and information, for certain things that we needed. I have had conversations with the NBA or a communication with the NBA, but when we're ready to actually talk with them, then that's when, we'll say, okay, here we go. This is what we got. So we'll see. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, SK, you're just sitting there peacefully.
Yeah.
Now, exactly what is your involvement with this project, sir?
Well, you want the truth?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Mike said, oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Alma got involved a while ago, and I've been hearing stories about Sam Jones ever since we met way back when, many decades ago. And so I learned about Sam through her. And then when Mike asked her to go to Boston, where there's smoke, there's fire. So, I had to go. So I was helping out, and Mike pulled me in. I got to know more about Sam, and actually I fell in love with the man's character. He had a wonderful character. And I mean, him accomplishing everything that he accomplished in life, this man was a very, very humble man. And that's why I'm on the project, because Mike pulled me in, but also I like I said, I fell in love with the man's character.
Nice.
It's like, let me just jump in there right quick for those that might be out there looking. It's more than a basketball story. It's a story of a man that was amazing.
Yes.
And those are rare. This was an amazing man who stayed in the shadows, but was a great.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's great.
And he was happy.
And the other thing is that we also, talk about Sam's wife, Gladys, because Gladys, at the end of the day, was the rock, and their relationship and their marriage and their love for one another. It's the reason why, Sam was able to do, and all the accomplishments he made. Gladys was right there behind him. I mean, it was when Sam was drafted by the Celtics. Just a little story. Sam was drafted by the Celtics sight unseen, so they had never seen him play before. He was drafted based on a recommendation, and he wasn't happy about being drafted by the Celtics because he didn't think he was going to make the team. But Gladys is the one that told him, "You got to go because you don't want to regret later on in life that you passed up on an opportunity, or you would never know how everything would turn out." And so Gladys is basically the one that said, "You got to go." And so he went, and Red Auerbach actually had to cut a player from the championship team because they won the championship the year before. So Red actually had to cut a player from the team that won the championship the year before so that Sam could make the team. And the rest is history. There you go.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
And also, Carl, one thing I'd say about this production team, and I don't know if it had to do with who the man was. It probably did because he was so humble. But this team here, it's like there was no job too small for any of us. We all just jumped in and did what we had to do. And we worked so well together. There was no ego. There was no attitude. There was no fear. Well, the only time we had fear when SK was driving.
Be nice, Mike. Be nice.
Yeah, because I was in the front seat with you.
That's funny. But look, one of the things that everybody that's listening needs to know, there was zero budget. When I say there was no budget, we all footed our own bills because we wanted this project to come to fruition.
Yes.
And what Alma was saying, that the love amongst us as friends and co-workers, as well as the love for the project, made it happen. And you will see that. You will see that love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
True.
I love that.
Carl, we had so much fun together. You wouldn't think we were doing a project. We had so much fun and so much love for each other, and we were all of us were all disappointed when we stopped shooting for a while and stuff, and sometimes we'd have to kind of rig things together, so okay, I remember we were shooting my clips for the sizzle reel, and we didn't have the light wasn't working, and so we had to pull napkins and towels and stuff like that to get the lighting right and stuff. But whatever it took to make it happen, whatever it took. Whatever
light filters by Bounty paper towels.
Seriously, paper towels and Scotch tape.
Scotch tape.
Yeah,
there
man.
you go. That's it.
And when we had to travel, a lot of it was done on very limited amount of sleep because we had to get a lot done in other.
Yeah. Because when we were on, because we were the first time we went out, we were in DC, Virginia, Maryland. And then we drove to North Carolina, and then Stacy went and finished shooting stuff down in Orlando. So when we were on that first trip, we were humping. There's Stacy from Las Vegas.
Stacy D.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late.
Dalrymple. There she is.
Sorry I'm late. I was out and about, and then I got home, and I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. And then, I don't know, then I was invisible for a while, but I'm here.
Yay. Carl, this
Well,
is
welcome to the party.
Stacey Dalrymple, and she is a part of our lovely team, boy.
Hi, Stacey.
Hi, it's so lovely to meet you.
Same here. I'm just here listening to all this love going back and forth and just admiring it and missing it all. I love what you guys are doing. This is phenomenal. This is like my soft spot. You know, when you collaborate with your friends and you have a good time doing it, magic happens. And this is what it's supposed to be. I love it. I love it. So, Stacey, tell me how you are involved. Who are you? Because I don't know you. So you're telling me and our Facebook audience who you is.
Well, this is a story that is like kind of beyond what I ever expected to happen in my life, right? So Michael and I went to college together, right? And so
Occidental?
Yes.
Occidental.
Oh, okay. I knew that.
Yo, Triumphy. I can sing the whole thing, but I won't bore you with that. You know, yeah. So actually, but it was this really kind of random, I view it as sort of semi-random sequence of events that led to this moment where, you know, a mutual friend of ours who also went to Oxy brought his daughter to visit me in Boston. And I mean, I think like, Michael and I would see each other like every 5 years when I was in my 5-year reunion in LA, right? We'd have lunch. Yeah. With like not just together, but with like a group of people. And that was kind of about it, right? And so, but you know, of course, you know, there's all these fond memories from college, and well, we were only overlapping 2 years, but anyway, it was just like amazing. And so then our mutual friend Glenn brought his daughter to visit colleges, and I'm a native Californian, but here I am in Boston. Okay, so anyway, he brought his daughter to visit, and then Glenn's on Facebook too, and Glenn was in Michael's class, and Michael was, you know, 2 years ahead of me in school at college. And so, you know, he posted this thing, oh, we visited Stacey in Boston, and, you know, it was amazing. She was the hostess of the mostest. And then here comes Michael. I'm going to be in Boston in June. And I'm like, oh, you should totally and I'm like, oh, you should totally stay with me, except I'm in the burbs, so I understand if that's like not cool. If you want to be in Boston proper, I get it. But anyway, you know, Michael and Anna and SK and John, they all came and they stayed with me, and we had like this whole week together, and we got pretty real and vulnerable with each other, and it was like we left feeling like we were family, and they turned my house. Yeah. And they turned my house into a studio, I'm a scientist by training. I'm very analytical and math science. And so it was super amazing to me to be completely out of my wheelhouse, you know. And when Michael invited me to actually be officially part of the project, I was like, when you first called me, Michael, that day when I was in Oregon, I was like, you know what I thought he was calling me for? I thought he was like, oh, hey, we have to come back to Boston to do more interviews, and can we stay at your house again? That's what I thought. Right? And he's like, no, I want you to join the team. And I've never been so thrilled and flattered and whatever, because, you know, this isn't my skill set, right? But like, it's the most fun thing I've ever done. I think because it's so far out of my, you know, prior experience, and I just love everybody involved, and I'm passionate about the project, and I'm happy to be here. And, you know, especially reconnecting with Michael. Oh my gosh, right? Like, I mean, you know, we were more peripherally involved for 40 plus years, and it feels really good to be feeling close now. And everybody I've met through Michael has been like my new family, and it's just been wonderful.
I love it. I love it.
Nice.
Stacey D. Another Stacey.
There's 3, right? Or
yeah,
are there more?
We have infinite Stacys in the group. Infinite.
Yeah.
I think that just says that that's a name that's bygone, and back when you're that's a boomer name. That's it. Right.
Well,
go ahead, Mr. Thailand. What are you gonna say, Mr. Thailand?
I'm just gonna have a sip of chai tea.
I see that. Have you had any Thai food lately? Some Thai chicken?
I eat pad Thai every day of my life.
Oh, I love pad. Is it really good?
Man, the food out here is amazing. No MSG.
Really?
No GMO, no
Wow.
Monsanto. The food tastes like food. Even a Burger King burger tastes like a grilled burger.
Wait, you had a
Wow.
Burger King. You had a Burger
I
King
don't want to
burger?
come. I don't want to come back. However, I've got interviews to film.
That'll bring you back every time.
Yeah.
When are you coming back, Don?
I don't know. Ask my director.
He's coming back. He's coming back yesterday.
Well, you guys, we got to sign off at this point. Are there any final I thought if you guys have some final words you want to add to this live, I thought that we could end by running the trailer again.
Oh, cool.
Why not? And then we'll be out. Yes.
Okay.
But you guys have anything else you want to add?
Just this project has been such a blessing. I know for me, and I'm sure I can speak, for most of the people on our team. I've done several projects. I mean, and this one has just been different. The subject matter, the team that we have. I'm very passionate about what the project is about, because it's about Black history. It's about basketball, and I love filmmaking. So it touches everything that I'm very, very passionate about. And the other thing, Carl, and you would be able to relate to this. Everything about this project there hasn't been a struggle to get things done.
Right.
Everything has been easy. Well, I'm not going to say easy, but it has just everything just has fallen into place the way it's supposed to. And it has been an indication for us and a sign for all of us to say, okay, we are supposed to be doing this project now.
Yes.
Yep.
And Sam has given us some help from the other side.
It totally has given us help on the other side. I mean,
man, without a doubt, some of the stuff that has happened is like we look at each other and go like, "Oh my goodness, did that just happen?"
Exactly. I mean,
with our little production team, we've got that.
You know what? There's one thing I do want to share real quick before we get off, because I don't think everybody knows this now. So, Alma and SK and Don, you remember when we were at Mark Bonanza's house filming? We did an interview of the biographer, Mark Bonanza. I forgot about him. And his wife was asking how did we, start this project? And I told her that my dad and Sam were teammates. And so I pulled out the image, the team photo of my dad, and my dad is sitting right behind Sam. And Sam has the number 33. He's wearing the number 33. And so I'm saying, yeah. And, Sam's jersey was retired, number 33. And Mark, the biographer, says, no, it's not 33, it's 41. And I said, well, he's wearing number 33 right here in the photo. And Mark goes off into his office, comes back, and he says, look, see, it's number 41. This is the number that was retired. And I'm looking at the photo and I'm asking, well, who the hell is wearing number 41? And I looked down at the photo and it was my dad.
Wow.
I love that story so much.
Yeah.
And literally everybody in that room went, whoa. Because Sam's jersey at North Carolina Central, I mean, it sits up there. It's number 41 that was retired. But my dad was wearing that jersey in the photo. So Mark, I just talked to Mark a couple of weeks ago, and he's writing a book about unusual coincidences that, you know, he has experienced in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And he's including that experience in the book.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
So it's things like that that have let us know, okay, we're doing the right project at the right time.
And so anybody that's out there that's on Facebook on Carl's massive feed, we have several hours left. You've heard how wonderful this is. We will take $1. We will take $1 million. But help us, because we've been helping ourselves, and all of you really need to see this story.
Thank you.
Man.
Thank you.
So much serendipity. One of my favorite words, and kismet.
Yes.
You know, I love those words because those things remind me of my background as a man of faith, which is there are no coincidences.
Right.
And God is always orchestrating whom should be working together to what end and to bless the world with whatever they're called to be blessed or to bless the world with, and that's what's happening here.
And I've listed, I listed the site to the crowdfunding page in your comments on your page, Carl.
I see it right now. Right now. So with that, we're gonna close out. I'm gonna play the trailer once again, and we're gonna close out. And then you know what, Mike? I'll be able to get you the video of this. You'll have the MP4.
Yes,
you have the MP4.
Oh, thanks, Carl.
Yeah.
Hey, let me get a quick shout out. A quick shout out to everybody in Indianapolis. My man Greg Brooks is back there, and Steve Powell and the crew from way back when we used to all play half-court basketball at the Finkton's house in the alley and over at Brooks's house in the driveway. And I'm still the champion. I just want to say that.
Elliot, have you and Mike ever played before together? Have you played each other?
Not yet. I'm waiting on him. I'm waiting on him to get a walker, and when I see that, that'll be the day.
Yeah, that's going to be called the knees BA.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. So listen, before we take off, we kind of have a thing that we do, and we ask everybody, how many rings did Sam Jones have? And the entire crew responds. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 10 rings.
10 rings.
10 rings.
That's it.
Yeah.
10 rings.
Get that trailer again, man.
You got it.
All right.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Carl. Great seeing you again, brother.
Love you
I
guys.
come up not knowing anybody.
Love you guys.
Never been in an NBA arena.
How come it's not playing?
Never seen in person a
come on,
professional
really?
basketball game.
There it is.
So I'm coming up as a rookie from a Division II school, and all of a sudden, I make this team. At the time I was drafted, there was a quota. At the quota, there were 2 black players on each team. A writer from the Boston Herald came over to me and he asked me, "Do you know why you made this team? You're not that good. You made the team because Bill Russell needed someone who looked like him, who spoke like him, who could have a roommate."
That clip was from our interview with Boston Celtics legend and Hall of Famer Sam Jones, one of the greatest champions in American sports history. Hi, my name is Michael Whaley, and I'm the director and producer of the documentary project, 10 Rings. Through interviews, archival footage, and photos, this documentary will chronicle the extraordinary, yet largely unknown life and career of one of the greatest players to ever wear a Boston Celtics uniform.
5 seconds to Sam. His 20-foot jumper. Good.
Sam's story is an untold legacy that's a vital part of Black American history. With understated elegance, Sam was not only one of the greatest shooters of his time, but he also faced and overcame the intense struggles of racism and segregation growing up in the South and later during the Civil Rights era. With quiet leadership, he consistently demonstrated his deep commitment to those around him, not just as a professional athlete, but also as a devoted husband, caring father, loyal friend, and dedicated mentor. Something that many people don't know is that Sam won an astounding 10 NBA championships, the second most by a player in NBA history. His teammate and lifelong friend, Bill Russell, had 11. My connection with Sam began with my father, Michael Whaley. Sam and my dad were teammates at North Carolina College, a historically black college in Durham. In 2018, we flew Sam out here to Los Angeles, sat him in a chair, put a camera in front of him, and he talked for over 3 hours, sharing compelling stories about his life and career.
We did play an exhibition in Kentucky, and we stayed in a hotel that they refused to serve us at the dinner table. I had already told Satch Sanders that I'm not playing in this game, I'm going home.
It was considered one of the first boycotts in professional sports. To date, we have conducted over 30 interviews, including former teammates and Hall of Famers Bob Cousy and Satch Sanders. We've also conducted interviews with some of the most amazing people I've ever met, including the Big O himself, Oscar Robertson, Dave Bing, famed Boston sports journalist Bob Ryan,
biographer Mark Bodanza,
and the great Dave Cowens. We've also interviewed the families of Red Auerbach, Bill Russell, and Casey Jones. And of course, Sam's children, Aubrey, Michael, Terry, and Ashley. With the support and blessing of Sam's family and everyone we've interviewed and worked with, we are dedicated to bringing the compelling story of Celtics legend Sam Jones to life. But in order to finish 10 rings, we still need to complete post-production, delivery, and prep for distribution. And in order to do this, we need your support. To achieve this, we are launching a fundraising campaign through our fiscal sponsor, From the Heart Productions, and pledges made to this campaign through From the Heart are tax deductible. Our vision is to create an exciting, historical, socially significant, and enlightening documentary that honors one of America's most understated champions. We're excited about the impact Sam's story will have. We hope you feel the same way. Will you partner with us? I hope so. Thank you for watching.